Who's ready for another installment of the Bad Boys franchise? Well, you're in luck. Bad Boys Ride or Die is set to hit theaters this June, and we've got all the details about what it was like to be on set and how these actors felt being back together again nearly 30 years after the original Bad Boys premiered. The original Bad Boys premiered in 1995 and quickly became a classic. As a buddy cop comedy, of course, they could never make a Bad Boys movie without its leading men, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. The dynamic duo returned for Bad Boys 2 in 2003 and Bad Boys for Life in 2020. Now the band is back together, and it's clear that they're just as happy as audiences are about this reunion.
Everybody's doing their thing, and we got a lot of the team back from the last one. Big Willie's doing his thing as always.
For fans who have been watching Martin Lawrence and Will Smith together for almost 3 decades, it's easy to imagine just how happy this pair is to be working together again and just how much history they have together after filming this franchise over all these years. As Smith and Lawrence reminisce about the first movie, it's clear how happy they were to be back together for a new installment. It's easy to see that this pair has countless memories together from filming the franchise, and simply seeing a photo from one day of shooting can take the actors right back to the older films. And even when it wasn't easy, this pair was always having fun. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith are clearly 2 ride or die scene partners. But why is this movie called Ride or Die? Bad Boys Ride or Die is Bad Boys 4, but why didn't they call it that? It seems like that may have something to do with the fact that it may have gotten folks mixed up with Bad Boys for Life, which is, of course, actually Bad Boys 3. Yes, this is a bit confusing, and many fans have argued that Bad Boys for Life would have been a great title for the 4th installment had they not used it already. It does seem, however, like Bad Boys Ride or Die is a perfect title for the film based on the plot. In the film, the titular bad boys have to stand up and defend their pal, Captain Conrad Howard, when he's accused of some serious crimes, and they have to risk a lot to defend him. Kinda like they're his ride or dies. Get it? If that sounds like an exciting plot to you, then you'll be happy to hear that this movie may be even better than it sounds. According to Martin Lawrence himself, this installment
has a chance to be the best one of them all.
Making a 4th installment in a popular franchise even better than the previous films is pretty unusual. But from the sound of Lawrence's hints, it seems that there is something particularly special in store for this particular iteration of Bad Boys.
I think this has a chance to be the best one of them all. Y'all are going to be really surprised.
Of course, you could never have Bad Boys without the familiar faces, but this film has some exciting new additions to the cast. Melanie Liburd, Rhea Seehorn, and Vanessa Hudgens are all on board, and Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria star Eric Dane is playing the bad guy of this version of Bad Boys. Basketball star John Sally is also in the film.
Great script. I got to be at a table read. I got to spend time with my friend Will Smith. I'm happy for Will.
It's pretty easy to see what a fun set this film had, and we have a feeling that, as usual, that will be reflected on screen. Just like other installments, this film is directed by Michael Bay. It's clear that the Bad Boys love him just as much as they love each other. They talked about working with Bay on Bad Boys 1. Smith and Lawrence speak fondly of their director. At the 94th Academy Awards in March 2022, Will Smith now famously approached host Chris Rock on stage and slapped him. The controversy surrounding the moment could have derailed the Bad Boys franchise. A few months later, though, Lawrence told Ebony, quote, "We got one more film at least." Ultimately, Lawrence was right, and Bad Boys is continuing despite the incident, and his castmates are by his side.
After Will did his smack, Will got to travel. Will got to step outside of all of this stuff. When he's back, he said, best rest he's ever gotten, best time he got to sit back and look at things.
From the sound of it, he's back after a much-needed break. There's plenty of fun involved in every Bad Boys movie, but beyond the jokes and silliness, there's also plenty of action. And while we certainly don't know every twist and turn of the 4th installment, it's safe to say, based on all the behind-the-scenes footage, that there will be plenty of action, stunts, and nail-biting moments in this movie, just like there was in the others. The Bad Boys stars are happy to be back, and they could never have imagined that they'd be back on the set after 30 years. Is Martin Lawrence right? Do you think this will be the best installment yet? Which one was your favorite so far? Let's talk about it in the comments. And for more videos about the making of all your favorite movies, make sure you like and subscribe to The Things.